guess the rain, the rain helped keep it a little cold. Oh, that's amazing. Look at that fish. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got a product review for you today. Today we are looking at a custom suppressor cover from Burn Proof Gear. I did pay for this with my own money. In fact, I applied for the affiliate program, didn't hear anything back. So I went ahead and purchased it with a Labor Day discount, and I didn't expect the turnaround to be that fast. I ordered on a Sunday. I left some notes in my order, and they contacted me on Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. I got a shipping notification on Thursday, and today's Saturday, and I got it today. Now granted, they're over in Miami. I'm over here on the West Coast, so the shipping time, the shipping distance isn't that far, but nevertheless, from 1 week for a custom order is pretty incredible. I went with Burn Proof Gear for two reasons. One, they are going to be at the Patriot Games in a couple weeks at Palm Bay, and I like to support the companies that support the Patriot Games. So that is one of the reasons why I went with them. The other reason is they have a Kevlar sleeve for some more heat mitigation and I didn't see that with any other company. So decided to go with this one first because I took my new setup to the range last weekend and I did 60 shots with very little downtime in between, and this sucker got hot. I recently put some hockey tape on here and my hand was barely even able to hold on to the rail, so I can only imagine how hot the suppressor was. But the competitions that we do, we don't really have to worry about mirage, but I am worried about burning my leg, basically. So let's crack this thing open. Let's see what's inside. Let's see how to install it. In the packaging comes the suppressor and a patch. So I made a mistake. This is a fire-resistant fiberglass sheath, not Kevlar, and it's rated up to 1800. So this is gonna act as sort of like heat mitigation from the suppressor to this. It's like another layer, but it's very narrow, it's very thin, and when you increase the diameter, the length decreases. So when it goes over the suppressor, it will get wider and shorten. So you want to make sure you don't line it up like so and cut it that way, because it's going to wind up being too short. So you're going to put it on, mark it, and then cut after you take it off. This is the suppressor cover. It's kind of hard to see some of the stitching because it's black. It just all blends together, but it has a bungee up here, and that's going to be in the front, and then we'll just loosen it up all the way. Actually, we're going to take this off and around, and then see it's got a tab here. That's what the bungee went through, and then it's got a tab. Stop focusing on my face. There. And that has one cord for this rear cinch, and it has the other cord is for on the seam. So we're gonna loosen this up like so. And these are just the directions that I saw from online, I think it was from the Burn Proof website itself. So we're gonna loosen it up all the way. We're going to wind up opening it up so you can see into the suppressor cover, and then we will tighten it from the front to the back and then back to the front. So we're gonna cinch it down around the front, the crown of the suppressor. We're gonna tighten it along the way, and then we're gonna cinch this down here, and then this gets wrapped around, and then we'll do the bungee on the front. So I'm going to cut this, and we'll be back shortly. There it is, cut. The way I did it, I put it on, and then I actually just slid it forward 1/4 of an inch so you can see how it's overhanging. I cut that, and then just slide it too far. Slide it so it's just right. So now, this is the front, we can open it up real wide and just slide the cover in there. And then we're going to start tightening it down. Mine is going to have an overhang. That's the way I designed it. And we're just going to keep tightening it down. Until it's nice and tight. I'm probably going to wind up doing this again off camera. So this one is one cord. This one is the other cord. So you're not going to pull one of them's only one of them is going to actually work for these, and then this one will work for that. So, and you never want to pull this way because you can break that. You always want to pull away from the cord. But pretty solid seal. Actually, I'm pretty impressed with how that came out. And I can actually, I'm not really a fan of how that is on the front, so I might pull it back a little bit because I can overlap it in the back a little bit more. So I'm going to play around with this a little bit and I will come back to you with the final product. Well, here it is all done. I wound up going with a flush fit up front and that made the back a little bit long, but that's okay because it's going to butt up against the handguard and that's not really that big of a deal. This isn't that big of a deal either, but aesthetically I just didn't like it. And you can even see like this side's a little bit lower than that side and it is what it is. But the seam is pretty nice and even. And then you wrap it around. I wound up going on the inside of the cord on the seams and I wrapped it around the forward side so that it didn't cover the logo, and then wrap it around. So the only thing left to do, I had to alter my flashlight here, is to get it on and see where it sits. So the logo is here on this side, and we'll just tighten this flashlight back up. Having it overlap in the back isn't the worst. I'm glad I did not have it up front. It just looks better that way and it covers more of this here in the back. Kind of closes the gap a little bit, if you will. Less than a finger width from the suppressor cover to the handguard. So it just kind of closes the gap. Looks a little bit better that way versus overhanging in the front. But overall, I'm happy with this. It's a quality piece of equipment. We'll see how hot it gets. I'm going to take it to the range tomorrow and we're going to do some shooting, some training, and I'll probably burn through a magazine, see if we can feel the heat coming through it. So, stay tuned again. It's raining, but it doesn't feel too hot, so it's doing its purpose.